Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, you see the title of the video, and look, if you haven't heard by now, yes, Henry Cavill has announced that he is stepping away, or he got fired, I guess. I'm going to say he's stepping away because that sounds a lot nicer, but he's stepping away from the role of Superman because James Gunn is deciding to make a major overhaul here and reboot the entire DCEU universe, or whatever they want to call it now. I guess they'll make a new name. I mean, it'll still be the DC universe, but we'll see what James Cameron comes up with. But look, I just wanted to get my feelings off, or my thoughts and feelings about, Henry Cavill and the James Gunn situation, because one, I'm seeing a lot of blasphemy and a lot of unnecessary hate towards James Gunn that I'm just not liking, and it's really all over the fact that he's deciding to, remove Superman remove Henry Cavill from playing Superman in his DC universe. And look, I'm going to start with Henry Cavill. I have such an appreciation for what Henry Cavill did as Superman. He was an absolute inspiration. I mean, this was one of the, Man of Steel was a movie where Superman Returns I believe that's the Brandon Routh one. Yeah, Superman Returns. That one was good. No, actually, no. I'm going to take that back. It actually wasn't. I didn't really like Superman Returns when I first watched it as a kid. Honestly, what made me say that it was good was the fact that Brandon Routh got to play the character again in the CW TV shows, and he's on DC Legends of Tomorrow. But no, Superman Returns really wasn't that good. It was very disappointing, and honestly, Henry Cavill was the first Superman other than Christopher Reeves that actually gave me a sense of, getting my Superman back. Like, I saw, it's a more raw version of Superman, but I really enjoyed it. I seen in Henry Cavill's face and his expressions and the way he portrayed Superman that he loved, and the stuff that he did off screen with the character too, that he loved playing Superman, and I loved watching him play Superman. But one thing that is painfully obvious, man, they didn't do Henry Cavill justice. First of all, he didn't even get a sequel to this movie. This isn't a knock because the Suicide Squad sequel is so much better than the first. But the Suicide Squad got a sequel before Man of Steel did. Wonder Woman put out the shittiest sequel I've ever probably seen. Well, it's probably worse than that. But one of the shittiest sequels I've ever seen before Man of Steel 2 got anything. Aquaman 2 went right into production. They're still, for whatever reason, trying to push this damn Flash movie out, and Man of Steel couldn't get a sequel. Then they not only decide to not give Henry Cavill a Man of Steel sequel that he so rightfully deserved. They decided to make a movie called Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of fucking Justice, and nobody had any justice watching that crap. That movie was just absolutely horrendous. It was a waste of time. Well, not necessarily a waste of time. It had some good redeeming qualities of it. But overall, that movie was just absolutely ass. It didn't give Henry Cavill any justice in the film. It didn't give Superman or anything about Superman any justice at all. And then we move on to the absolutely atrocious dumpster fire that is the Justice League film. Yes, and honestly, I'm going to talk about both Justice League films, because the Zack Snyder one, that didn't give him much justice either. All you Zack Snyder fans, I don't understand why y'all love that damn movie so much. Let me explain something to you. Any director, or I'm sure any movie that got a second chance to re-release the footage of all the deleted scenes that they took out of the original movie, and I'm pretty sure if they got to re-release that, we'd look at a lot of movies differently. Just because you make a movie 4 hours does not automatically make that good. Take that 4 hours, cut it into a 2 hour and 30-minute movie, and then let me make a judgment about that. That's a Zack Snyder's Justice League. Not you releasing 4 hours of footage that you took and making me thinking, oh my god, this is such a much different movie. No, it's just you putting a bunch of footage together. No, that's not making it a better film. 4 hours is unacceptable. No, I'm not hearing that at all. It's just absolutely not. And I'm just getting upset about this because this is the crap that Henry Cavill has had to put up with while he was doing an incredible job as Superman. Then, let's talk about the Shazam cameo. They didn't even show his face. They just showed his body. I'm not even sure what's the point. Come on, that's how you're treating Superman here? Come on. Now I know people can go right to James Gunn and say Peacemaker did the same, or was Superman a part of that cameo? Let me know in the comments. I remember there was a Justice League cameo. I'm not 100% sure Superman was a part of that. But, I mean, I know you can only see Aquaman and the Flash. That was the only two that they actually let talk. But, I mean, look, either way, I think he was a part of that. But, I mean, look, that's how they've been treating Superman. Then, on top of that, now all of a sudden we get Black Adam. Well, okay, the Black Adam thing, I guess that was going to be his introduction back into the DCU, and then James Gunn deciding to cut it. But, look, DC has not treated this man the way he deserved to be treated, Henry Cavill / Superman. They haven't treated the man or the character the way they were supposed to be treated at all since they were introduced into this thing. So why are people upset at James Gunn for trying to make changes? One, we've been begging for changes for years. So if DC would have just listened to us then, this wouldn't be happening now. Henry Cavill probably careers would have been saved to Superman. I understand he quit The Witcher for it, but look, it's Henry Cavill. Guy's gonna find work. I'm pretty sure James Bond needs, well, at some point we'll start recasting. I'd love to see Henry Cavill take on the mantle of James Bond, or I was gonna say do another Mission Impossible movie, but he died. If there's any way you can bring back Henry Cavill in the Mission Impossible franchise, I'd really appreciate that. That'd be so awesome. But look, Henry Cavill, I am very sad to see him go as Superman, but look, I am ecstatic to see what James Gunn does with this DC universe. But let me make my last final thoughts on Superman. Henry Cavill, you are an inspiration. I enjoyed everything about your character as Superman. You did the best you could with the shittiest, crappiest writing material possible and just the most unprofessional way to handle a character's development in a movie universe ever. I do apologize that you had to go through that crap. You will be missed. Now, James Gunn. The reason I am so excited for James Gunn is, one, he'll be making his farewell letter to Marvel with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in July next year in 2023, and I know he's going to want to leave with that off a bang. And I mean, come on, guys. This is James Gunn we're talking about here. This guy made the original Scooby-Doo movie. This dude made Guardians 1, Guardians 2. He made Peacemaker, Suicide Squad. I mean, this dude's resume speaks for itself. James Gunn is an absolute stud when it comes to writing awesome comic book movies, man. This dude is incredible, and I know he's going to want to do everything in his power to make sure the DC universe is done right this time. I mean, look, first of all, a lot of people are hating on the fact that he's deciding to take Superman into his own hands and he didn't hire anybody to do so. First of all, doesn't that prove to you that he doesn't actually want to mess this thing up? He wants to take one of the most important characters in DC Comics history and actually build him to be something as like a Captain America status per se, because like Chris Evans as Captain America is on a much higher planet than Henry Cavill as Superman. Let's be honest with you. Like, that's where James Gunn wants Superman to be. That's where Superman should be. If anything, Superman should be looked upon as higher than Captain America. But as far as the movie universes go, Captain America, Chris Evans will stand above Superman as of right now, until honestly maybe James Gunn does something about it. Like I said, James Gunn is taking things into his own hands, and to take the Superman movie and to make it his own, I appreciate that. He doesn't want anybody else to mess it up. Why would people be mad about that? That's what I'm saying. It's just unnecessary hate. Then, another problem I have with the unnecessary James Gunn comments are just, first of all, people are telling him if he's doing a full reboot, he might as well fire his wife. First of all, she had one bad cameo in Black Adam, and he wasn't even the director of that. So clearly, if he's there to direct her, she'll do just fine. She had one cringy cameo line, guys. Lay off of her. Look, I don't understand why everybody's saying he gotta fire his wife because he wants to fire Henry Cavill. No! And second of all, he doesn't need to do a full reboot. I'd like the Suicide Squad to say exactly where they are because they're a very good group of people. And Harley Quinn's awesome and amazing. Anybody else, I'd like Shazam to stay. I'd like for Zachary Levi to stay. The next news I need out of DC, though, I need them to scrap the Flash movie. Don't want to see that at all. Never wanted to see it in the first place. Biggest waste of time. Had an argument with a kid that I used to go to school with on Twitter about how he was so excited for the Flash over Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah? Well, look at what movie got a trailer, dickhead. Yeah, how do you feel now? And they're scrapping that. You ain't gonna see no Flash movie now, Austin. Yeah, you better feel sorry for yourself. But look, well, he doesn't have to feel sorry for himself. He's a pretty good dude, to an extent. But look, nonetheless, James Gunn, I think people just need to lay the hell off of the dude and just let him go to work, because honestly, what the hell are you guys so mad about? We've been watching shit on shit on shit with the DC Universe for years. Like, why are we mad that some guy actually wants to take it into his hands and blow the whole thing up? We've been begging for years for reboots. Now somebody does it. Y'all never satisfied. It's ridiculous. People just can never be pleased with anything. At this point, as long as he don't touch the Batman, everybody just needs to shut the hell up and be happy about it, because the Batman's going to be doing its own thing. But James Gunn is going to make sure this universe is done very correctly, in my opinion. I'm very excited to see what James Gunn does for this DC universe. And honestly, I need him to do the green. Honestly, fuck Superman. I need you to, well, not fuck Superman, but I need you to make the Green Lantern movie I'm losing it. But I need him to make the Green Lantern movie. I need him to make a Green Lantern movie. I need him to make the Green Lantern amazing again. Because if you guys grew up on the Justice League Unlimited cartoons, you would know that Green Lantern is one of the coolest characters in DC Comics. Green Lantern, not even Hal Jordan. We needed to do John Stewart if we're being real. We need John Stewart as the Green Lantern. We need real black guy. But I mean, I want to see Sinestro too, so it's gonna be pretty crazy. But either way, I need a Green Lantern movie. I need James Gunn to just come and save this whole thing. I got major faith in the guy. I'm hoping that he really does it. And those are just my quick thoughts on the situation, guys. Please let me know in the comments though what Henry Cavill meant to you. Let me know, essentially how you feel about the James Gunn rebooting everything. If you want his wife to be fired, give me a comment below why you want his wife to be fired, I guess. I don't know. That's a popular comment I've seen, that people just saying he want his wife to be fired too. And she's honestly awesome as hardcore. I thought she was really good in Peacemaker. She's very good as long as James Gunn is there to direct her. Like, it's been proven. She was good in Suicide Squad. She was great in Peacemaker. Oh, Peacemaker, by the way, he needs to stay as well. But let me know in the comments below about the situation in DC. Where do you think where do you think this universe is headed? Do you think James Gunn is the right man for the job? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Look, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and so much more, guys. But this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.